pitch is in there for a strike, and away we go. Well seen it is here at Comerica Park in Detroit. A.J. Hinch said they had a little bit of a tune-up as they were ready to clinch a postseason berth. It looked like this, but it's never sounded like this for these players as Quan flies out to start this ball game. Lazy little fly ball to Riley Green, and that's how the day begins for Kaden Montero.
Well, that's a huge out. You talk about Quan, his ability to wreak havoc on the base pass and set this team up again for the Tigers right now. They've been on a nice run. The Guardians 11 straight scoreless now in this series.
Kyle Manzardo, next man up for Cleveland. He gets the call as the DH.
Kyle Manzardo
in his DH position. And Manzardo, the rookie, left-handed hitting rookie, gets the call against Montero. Stephen Vogt, first-year manager of these Cleveland Guardians. Team that won 92 games. They missed the postseason last year as Manzardo bounces to second base, 2 up and 2 down. Montero certainly has the stamina. He is built up as a starter. We pressed A.J. Hinch on the issue. He goes, we'll just have to see. I mean, if he's going along like we hope, maybe we'll let him ride, but we have ideas on when we want to pull that plug. A lot of this depends on what the Tigers do offensively. Stephen Vogt is fully aware of A.J. Hinch's method, his chaos method. First ball swinging, Jose Ramirez, and a fly ball to left field, and a 6-pitch first inning for Kaden Montero. Score the first, A.J. Hinch's Tigers coming up. Batting order brought to you by U.S. Department of Health and Human Services with Parker Meadows, Kerry Carpenter, Matt Vierling at the top, Riley Green, Winsell Perez, and Cole Keith in the middle, Spencer Torkelson, Trey Sweeney, and Jake Rogers. Round out the starting 9. Alex Cobb, what a crazy year it has been for him. Just 3 starts this season. As his first pitch misses upstairs. Frenchie just turned 37 on Monday. He started the year on the injured list with the Giants.
Yeah, and you look down at the bottom, this is the first game. His first starts since September 1st because of some of these blisters and fingernail issues that he's had. And again, he's got great stuff. 3.84 in his career. The question for him the last few years, has he been healthy enough? And when he is, he's very effective. One of the best splits in baseball.
He was an all-star last year with the Giants. That's a shot through for a base hit. And Parker Meadows continues to hit. He has hit in every postseason game. That's 5 in a row now. Last Tiger to do that, Al Kaline in 1968. That was a 6-gamer. So Meadows chasing a little history here.
You talk about a guy that made a huge adjustment. 2 months down in the minor leagues, got rid of that hitch, and he has come back up and now stopped hitting.
Kerry Carpenter. They're hacking at the first pitch. What an ovation Kerry Carpenter got. You knew it was coming. All the media attention.
Doesn't it with the Kerry Carpenter.
The 3-run home run with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 9th inning against the game's most dominant closer, Emmanuel Clase. It was a 3-run home run, and it capped off a 3-0 Tigers victory in Game 2. And Carpenter in the air to center field, ranging over is Lane Thomas.
On him, yes.
There's a lot of ground to cover. Frenchie, you play a lot of games in this ballpark. You can really open it up here if you have some speed.
Let me tell you, I played numerous games here in right field, and you're going to shade those gaps. You look out there at center field, how big that is. That right center gap out there. Miguel Cabrera is about the only guy that ever made that park look small in right center. But again, a lot of room to cover for these outfielders.
All 3 outfielders for each team can run. Check on the runner at first, Meadows. He is a base-stealing threat. He might be the fastest in the whole group. Alex Cobb facing Matt Vierling. And Vierling up there aggressive. Swings and fouls it away. If you needed to answer a question, how long is A.J. Hinch going to ride with Montero? Well, he's got Hunter already throwing.
You know what, and I just think, he was talking to us today, B.A., he has this set schedule, and he told us, I don't go off of feeling too much. If kind of the numbers say it, I'm going to go with it at that point.
Cobb deals, sawed off, gloved by Rocchio.
On him, yes.
Cleveland shortstop. That's a very good keystone combo. Rocchio and Jimenez. Jimenez, one of the best defenders in all of baseball. Rocchio's up there, though.
Yeah, he's a great shortstop, too, and you can see here, gets that play. Throws a strike over to Naylor at first. So you got a runner in scoring position. That's what A.J. Hinch talked to us about, B.A., was trying to get a runner too early. Slow these guys in.
Here's Riley Green. How the game goes early, if you were with us during the pregame show.
Left fielder looked like Riley Green
in Atlanta, but both managers stressing to us how the game goes early totally dictates what they're going to do with their bullpen after that, because this is the first time that we are in a back-to-back scenario. Game 1 had a day off after. Game 2, a day off for travel after, and it's only a 2.5-hour drive due west from Cleveland to Detroit. Now you got to go back-to-back. That ball spanked through for a base hit, and the Tigers will draw first blood as Meadows scores. Riley Green, the All-Star, makes it 1-0.
You can see the approach right here by these Tigers hitters. Just look at it. Right back up the middle. They're trying to stay on that split. And because of that, you see that even though Green B.A. was a little bit out in front, because he stayed big part of the field, he's able to sneak that ball up the middle again. Meadows up the middle. Even the ball that Vierling got jammed on up the middle, and that one scored one.
Winsell Perez now. He takes a strike.
Right fielder, with Winsell, Perez,
It's a call in right field, a converted infielder. Perez thought he might have been the one in the hero's circle in game 2. Slapped a line drive to left, and a great catch by Stephen Kwan denied him on a go-ahead RBI.
Well, it's something for the Tigers. Until Carpenter's hit, BA, they're 1 for 13 in this postseason so far through 2 games. And Harden's gone to the first chance right there, and they were able to take advantage.
And Cleveland shut him out in game 1, 7-0. One swing of the bat in the 9th inning of game 2, the only run-scoring innings. Perez trying to shoot one to the opposite field, fouls it away.
And look, Cobb's pitching to contact. He's not a massive strikeout guy, only 10 this year and 16 in the 3rd. And even going back to his career, he's going to get some. But with that splitter, looking for ground balls, and you said it, this is a great infield defense here for Cleveland. So that's what he wants to do, is put that ball in play and let his defense work.
He has had problems with his fingers, his middle finger and his index finger. Blisters and a fractured nail as Perez out in front of it, hoists one into center field, and Thomas is there to make it.
And he got him, yeah.
Into all things postseason with T-Mobile, the best 5G coverage in the game, America's largest 5G network. Josh Naylor, left-handed hitter, striding to the plate, and A.J. Hinch already has the wheels in motion. Brant Herter coming out of the Detroit bullpen for inning number 2.
Well, you're kind of seeing Montero, 6 pitches, although he was great, he is sticking to his plan of we talked about in game 1, trying to get that first batter of the inning. And for Herter, he's got that sinker, low 90s, but a really good sweeper coming across to these lefties.
And Naylor gets sawed off, bounces one foul.
And when you look at the lineup right here, you can look at it now. He's got Naylor, and you can see him running this all the way
between Josh Naylor.
Switch hitter, but This is where he feels he can control, and if Stephen Vogt wants to do, he can pinch hit, which I don't think he's going to do it here in the second.
Yeah, and that's what A.J. Hinch is rolling this out, assuming that Vogt is not going to go to his bench this early in the game. Herder making his first appearance in this division series. He went an inning and 2/3 in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series, and that one backfires.
Yes!
Into the gap right center. Cut off and right by Brennan. And played by Perez. And Josh Naylor turns the narrative.
Yeah, he liked that. If you go back to Game 2 for Herder, 3rd to the 5th inning is when he came in Houston, BA. So it's kind of this gauntlet for him, but again...
So fields with number 8, Lane Thomas.
And here's Lane Thomas. And Thomas on the first pitch, smacks one.
Yes!
Base hit. Naylor goes station to station. So Lane Thomas with a single on the first pitch he sees. He took the first pitch he saw in his first ever postseason game in Game 1 and popped the 3-run homer.
Yeah, right here. Look, this Detroit infield plays pretty quick. So ground balls like that you're seeing are scooting through that hole. A lot of balls up the middle right now. You can see them playing, Bierling playing in for the bunt.
Andres Jimenez, very fast runner, shows bunt, takes a ball. Cleveland knows better than anyone. They play in the same division as the Tigers.
Segment number 0, Andres Jimenez.
A.J. Hinch wants to control the first batter. He wants to dictate the matchups, but when you flip that script, it puts you in the driver's seat. As we saw in Game 1, that bunt popped up and just out of the reach of Bierling.
That's funny, right, BA? You talk to both managers. You got A.J. Hinch, World Series manager, says, this is how we do it, I'm not changing. Then you go to the other side, Stephen Vogt saying, you won 92 games.
Yes.
Start whoever you want to start. I'm playing my lineup. So both guys trying to flex a little muscle.
We've asked him both days, Stephen Vogt. He goes, I'm going to start the lineup for the starting pitcher, period. And it will go from there. Chopper foul. Jimenez in a 1-2 count. Andres Jimenez was 0 for 3 in Game 2. Did have a hit in Game 1 and a stolen base. That was Saturday afternoon. Herder, the tall lefty, fires. Little jam shot, shallow left field. First out of the inning.
I'll be honest with you. Surprised with one strike that he didn't try to bunt right there. I was a little shocked trying to get these runners over and set it open. When we talk for a game, this is the one area left field that you're going to have to be a little careful with that sun of where it's kind of shining.
Well, if you're wondering if Stephen Vogt was going to counter with a pinch hitter, the answer is yes. He's going to counter early, and that's going to bring Chris Fetter, a terrific pitching coach of the Tigers, out. It's going to be a quick scouting report here. Man, we are in it early, Fritchie. This is what's so fascinating about this series.
Talk about a hot hit.
So intriguing, right? When we looked at the series, we did the Phillies Braves last year. It's like, here's my 9 guys, here's my 9 guys. I don't care who you throw, right? This is going to be thinking a lot of these guys. We saw Game 1 and 2 because of Skubal, because of Tanner Bybee. You had some pictures. This is the one gray area here, this Game 3, where we felt like we were going to see majority bullpen guys. And again, what manager is going to take that chance early? And you see Stephen Vogt right here went to Noel.
So Noel gets a chance with 2 on and 1 away. Big power hitter. Made an impact with his glove in Game 2. Not only made a beautiful running catch, but also had a great
It showed the Coins with reach on can see no ball.
2 on. Naylor and Thomas, and a swing and a miss. Herder's a young guy. He's only 26. Only 10 games in the major leagues this year. Made his major league debut in August.
Crazy, right? He's probably Herder sitting there, what, in June? You think he ever thought he was going to be October 10th throwing in Game 3 of the ALDS?
And then he pitched so well in Game 2 of the wild card series. Pitched the third through the fifth inning. Gave up 2 hits to not allow a run. I think Noel blew out of his batting glove.
Yeah, he's getting some new ones.
Or maybe he's going to his good luck lime green batting gloves. Either way, you have to prove to the umpire that you need an equipment change.
I'm not telling that guy no. You telling Big Christmas now?
So new batting gloves. Under the tree for John Kenzie Noel. And Herder deals it. Noel flies into left center. Routine for Meadows, and there is out number 2. Naylor tags and goes to third base.
I'm telling you right now, as you see Noel's glove, they might throw this down to second.
Oh, Bascam shows us. Got a blowout.
He did have a blowout. You know what? I'll tell you what right now on that ball, Naylor, it is really close if he left second base early. I'm telling you, they're gonna throw this one down. He probably was on it, but it was really close for a ball that was deep.
Naylor not blessed with great speed, but he advances to third base. Now Josh's brother Bo at the plate. Bo Naylor back in the starting lineup behind the plate as he was in Game 1. And a key at bat early as Herder pumps in a strike at 92 miles an hour.
Catch number 23, Bo Naylor.
Did not get an at bat in Game 2, although he did come in defensively in the last inning. Matter of fact, he was behind the plate when Clase was on the mound and gave up that 3-run home run to Kerry Carpenter. Austin Hedges got the start behind the plate in Game 2 for Cleveland. 1 ball, 1 strike. Naylor rips one foul, pulls it into the screen. Sweeping curveball by Herder. Here he comes. Chopped it off his leg.
I think it's going to show you kind of with Noel, right? Is that Stephen Vogt, he's probably the one guy right now that he feels comfortable hitting some righties too, knowing if that matchup comes. He's played a lot in this postseason. He's very good defensively out there, strong arm. So I think that's kind of the spot right there you felt like, I'm comfortable with this.
Running it out, Noel stays. And now Herder checks on Lane Thomas. Thomas is very fast, can be a base stealer. Oftentimes managers with left-handed hitters don't necessarily want to run. They want to keep that first baseman pinned to the bag, creates a hole over there. See if he's on the move. He is, and the pitch is swung on and fouled away. He was late on it. He's ahead of the curve. He is behind the fastball. Herder's got him in between right now. These two teams do not score a lot of runs. This is a matchup of teams that play a lot of close games throughout the regular season. Cleveland won the regular season series 7-6. There were a ton of 1- and 2-run games this year. Another 1-2. 2-2.
Naylor a lot of credit though, man. This is quite the at-bat right here. You know he's fouling some balls off. He's throwing everything at him right here. That sinker-sweeper combo.
Pitch number 7. Guardians have him at the corners. Dang it, tough. Herder, a reverse splits pitcher. Left-handed hitters hitting .225 off of him this year. The OPS is about the same, only the batting average higher versus right-handed batters. A.J. Hinch certainly wants him facing left-handed hitters as often as possible. His second disengagement. And the throw over and now the step off. If he goes over again, he's got to report it out. 2-2 the count. And that one, a little soft fly ball into right field. Going to be run down. Perez. Noel, he stays in the game to play right field for Will Brennan. Tigers had a tough time putting one across the boards. First 17 innings of this division series, they were shut out. 3-run homer Kerry Carpenter in the ninth of game 2. And then they just scored in the first on a Riley Green 2-out RBI. All 4 runs have come with 2-out hits.
Like with the cold
takes a strike. He'll be followed by Spencer Torkelson and then Trey Sweeney. Alex Cobb back on the mound.
It's kind of the opposite of the Guardians, right? They got 5 runs that first inning, and now they're working on 19 innings of only 2 runs. So, kind of flip the script right here in the last 3-4 innings.
Guardians have gone with Tanner Bybee as their Game 1 starter, 4 2/3 innings. Matthew Boyd, the former Tiger, went 4 2/3 for the Guardians in Game 2. And now Alex Cobb. Fly ball into left. Back is Quan a few steps. And there is out number 1. Well, it looks like it's traveling a little bit to left field. One away here in the second inning. We send it down to Lauren Jabbar.
Thanks, B.A. You guys were talking earlier about Alex Cobb coming back from the plethora of injuries that he's had this season. I talked to their head trainer, Jeff Desjardins, and he was telling me the hardest part about it was having him throw pitches, but he couldn't throw certain pitches because he had such a deep blood blister on his index finger, or his middle finger, that they could still work on that arm strength because he could throw certain pitches, but it was a hard balance between knowing which pitches he was able to throw and rehabbing it at the same time. But the biggest thing for him, he doesn't really get it wet. He doesn't use shampoo with that hand. He tries to keep it as dry as possible and form that callus there so the blister doesn't reform because it was so deep earlier.
Yeah, and for him, Lauren, you talk about it, that split is one of the pitches he was talking about, I heard, that kind of really hurt him. And for him to be successful in where he wants, that's his pitch, to go off that sinker. So I'm sure something they're going to keep an eye on today as the day goes on.
Touch and feel pitcher. He needs those extremities. The most important 2 fingers when you're trying to command the baseball. Think about it. Alex Cobb, he's a guy that made 3 starts, all for the Guardians. He was with the Giants.
Was with the sponsor
he was acquired via trade.
On him, yeah.
There's that good splitter. Strikeout for out number 2. He's coming in for the Giants. He did not pitch for the Giants, coming back from the left hip surgery. Was an all-star with San Francisco last season. went on a minor league rehab after the trade. They acquired him. Stephen Vogt was adamant that we need a starter, and they put him into the wheel as an acquisition, and when it became available, they picked him up. So they went with Boyd, who had made just 8 starts. He was another injured pitcher coming back. And now Cobb, who made just 3 starts. These are the 2 guys that are anchoring the positions in the starting rotation 2 and 3 for Stephen Vogt right now.
And I think it kind of shows you where the Guardians were the second half, right? Some of these arms started to go down. They needed some depth. And both these guys have done a great job. Again, Cobb through 2 sim games the last 10, 12 days. And that one's fouled off and came out all right. I mean, actually, I think the last sim game, Stephen Vogt telling us we were really encouraged by what we saw.
What's up, Trey, Sweeney?
Saw that split to Torkelson there. Had a lot of depth. So, good for him. Is he going to be healthy?
Trey Sweeney swinging a foul. Sweeney in a 2-2 count. Sweeney had a key hit against Clase in the 9th inning in Game 2. He and Jake Rogers with back-to-back 2-out singles in that game to set up Carpenter's heroics.
Now, credit to them. Batting 8th, 9th in the lineup. You know, offensively, haven't had great years. Sweeney, young kid, good shortstop, but for both those guys to set the table, to get it to Carpenter in that moment, that was huge for Detroit.
Cobb in a 3-2 count. He deals to Sweeney. Sweeney spoils it foul, stays alive. Sweeney also turned and started a beautiful double play on a really difficult play. It was the second of the 2 double plays the Tigers turned behind Tarek Skubal. Took a lot of skill. He'd been playing in AAA in the Dodgers system this year. Traded for Jack Flaherty, brought to the big leagues, and he's been their shortstop since mid-August. That's a call.
Got him, yes.
Alex Cobb with a comeback sinker. Burns off the inside corner. He looks sharp. 3 up, 3 down. He picks up. stride to elimination games in the National League. Phillies and Mets. Mets have a chance to close out the Phillies. That'll be on FS1 starting at 5 o'clock. Dodgers Padres later tonight on FS1. And following us here on TBS, Yankees Royals in a series that is all even at 1 apiece. Kansas City moves that series back to their home ballpark.
Shortstop number 4, Brian Rocio.
Mark Schmidt, Seth Lugo, the pitching matchup. Herder back on the mound to start his second inning, giving up 2 hits to start the second, then retired the next 3 hitters on fly ball outs. 10 games in the majors, Frenchie, only 1 start, but a guy that had a number of games when he went multiple innings and a number of games when he went more than 4 innings. As he misses to Ryan Rocchio.
I feel like the Tigers thought that was a little bit of an advantage with some of these pitchers, younger pitchers have not faced the Guardians too many times.
Rocchio in the air to left field, soft fly ball out there. And Riley Green puts it away. First time through the batting order, A.J. Hinch uses 2 pitchers. Kader Montero, a 6-pitch first inning, 3 up, 3 down. Now Herder back around to the top of the batting order. 2 for 9 first time around, but strand 2 runners. Stephen Kwan. Kwan riding a 7-game postseason hit streak.
The field to number 38, Stephen Kwan.
Last cam.
I appreciate his honesty this morning when we saw him. I said, you think you were going to get that ball? Nope. What a play that was, man. One of the best catches I've ever seen in a big-time game.
It really was. And at the time, a potential game-saving catch as Kwan fouls that one away. And depending on which clubhouse you're in, they are sure that it went one way. Opposite discussions there. Kwan making a brilliant catch. We've looked at this hundreds of times. And to me, the thumb of the glove still got under the baseball, which popped it up into the webbing of the glove.
In my opinion, if you didn't think that, you can slow it down all you want, BA. There was no way to overturn that call.
Called out on the field, and no chance there was enough evidence to overturn. As Kwan, that bounces off the glove of Herder, slows it down. Now,
He missed! Yes, holy cow, he missed!
And he'll be in there. Now, Herder, if he could have it all over again, would just let it go through. He's 6'6". Kwan got a chance at it.
And imagine this is going to be a single error because of Kwan's speed right here. As you said, if he lets that ball go, but because it nipped it, look, Sweeney made a heck of a bare hand right there. And just had to hurry this throw right there.
And it will be an infield hit and an error. He never quite had the baseball, did he? Stephen Kwan is aboard. David Fry will get the at-bat here. Kyle Manzardo on at-bat, grounds out. And now Vogt goes with his big right-handed power hitter, the all-star, David Fry.
This is the Claudius number 6, Stephen Fry.
Stephen Vogt into his bench early. And Manzardo one at-bat.
Man, I just think, you know, you might tell yourself, I don't know if Stephen Vogt planned on doing this in the 3rd inning, starting to unleash these guys, but both teams have had trouble scoring, right, at certain times. So I think when you get an opportunity like this, you got Fry and then, of course, Ramirez behind them. They're going to take that chance.
Fry drove in 2 with a double in game 1. Takes a big swing, chases a high fastball. So far, Herder has been good against the right-handed hitters that he has faced. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The speedy Kwan at second base.
Ramirez on first to get that lefty-lefty matchup, even though Naylor already got a hit.
1-0 Tigers. Had him fooled and a called strike 3. Herder rings the bell on David.
No, he kind of backdoored it right there. Fry gave up on it, and you can see just them clipped. It's a tough one to take, and he gets that second out. And again, now because of that, you're able to put Ramirez on base to get the lefty-lefty matchup. Although I will tell you this, BA, Naylor had the double off Struble the other day, and then a single here. So both his last hits have been lefty-on-lefty matchup.
Yeah, pick your poison here. Naylor drove in over 100 runs, 108 RBIs this year. Ramirez intentionally walked. 2 on now. Naylor turns on the first one, and he pulls it foul. He was ready to fire.
You know, you do say pick your poison, but I would imagine like anything. If I'm A.J. Hinch, I tell myself there's no chance am I letting Jose Ramirez beat me in this series. And that ball's a lot closer than we thought.
A.J. Hinch walked Jose Ramirez 3 times in a game earlier this year in July. He is more than comfortable putting the most dangerous bat in this series on base. And Naylor, big bouncing ball, flipped to the bag, and Herder gets out of it. Gets a big run producer. Brad Herder puts up 2 scoreless, and the Tigers still lead 1-0.
Hurry up, agent. Only 20 seconds left.
Miss a postseason game? Just tell Siri. Show me the upcoming MLB schedule.
First postseason game in Detroit in 10 years. They've not had a win in the postseason in this ballpark in 11 years. October 10th of 2013, as a matter of fact. First pitch strike in there from Alex Cobb
They
as
want
he faces
Jake
Jake Rogers.
Rogers.
Tigers catcher leads off, and he lines one inside the line. It's a fair ball. Hits the sidewall. Rogers on his way to second. Quan bobbled the throw, and it is a leadoff double for the very popular Tiger catcher, Jake Rogers.
Yeah, 2 hits in a round, though, for the big guy. Behind behind the dish. Pulls those hands in beautifully. Look, talking to Jake. Hit 197 this year, BA. I know it has been a struggle at the plate, but we always talk about it. Now, Quan, trying to get to it quick. I don't think he throws them out either way, but you can erase a lot of the 6 months with what you do in October.
And here's Parker Meadows, who has not been afraid of the bright lights of the postseason. Alex Cobb flips up a big curveball in there for strike one.
So field to the 22, Parker Meadows.
With a single to right, his first time up. He's hitting 5 straight postseason games. Tigers swept the Astros in Houston. They split with Cleveland in Cleveland to start this division series. Detroit has gone 3-1 thus far on the road. This is their first home game of the postseason. So far against Cobb, 3 hits, first time through the batting order, and a run scored.
Cobb, a veteran pitcher, knowing Meadows is trying to get him over right here, so you can see working that pitches on the outside corner.
Bouncing ball, ranging over Jimenez. That'll get the job done for Meadows. Productive out. Advances Rogers to third base. And the first out of the inning. A moment ago, Lauren Javara with Stephen Vogt.
Stephen, Alex Cobb's first game since September 1st. What have you seen from him so far?
He looks really good. You know, the sinker's moving. He's got some good down action on the split. Landing a few curveballs. I mean, they got a couple singles in the first, but he's been really sharp so far.
Offensively, 14 straight scoreless innings, but you leave a couple guys out there in the second and the third. How do you get that offense to finish the deal here?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting traffic. We just got to come through the big hit. This group has done this all year long. They always come through the big hit, so we're right there.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
What a job he's done. Stephen Vogt, all-star player. Intentional walk to Kerry Carpenter. So Vogt puts Carpenter aboard to get Matt Vierling at the plate. And Cobb works to Vierling. First one's up and in. Almost hit him.
You can see early right here, both managers, BA, trying to
Look, it's the 8th Matt Vierling.
Carpenter behind, thinking they can get a guy right here with a good sinker split. You can see the infield not totally in, but definitely playing in.
Vierling takes a strike. One ball, one strike to count. Matt Vierling, 2 hits in game 2. He was 2 for 3. He walked twice. He had a double. He saw a ton of pitches in game 2. He's the only player the Tigers have that had any playoff experience prior to this season. And Vierling in the air, left center field. Quan is there. Tagging is Rogers.
And you got him, yes.
Is in. Sacrifice fly and RBI. Matt Vierling makes it 2-0 Detroit.
Now, we talk about doing the little things right, and when you've had trouble scoring, which we've seen the Tigers this series at certain times, you get a double, Parker Meadows gets him over, you got intentional walk, and Vierling, I guess you could say the veteran on this team, right? Did a great job and got a sac fly to get that run in.
2 men out, bottom of the third, still a runner at first. And the first pitch to Riley Green misses.
The field to the 1, Riley
Green
Queen.
had a career year, 24 homers, 74 driven in. First time All-Star this year, and drove in the game's first run with a 2-out hit in the first inning. 2-0. Activity in the Guardians bullpen as the lefty Sabrowski preparing to enter this game. A hot one, and that's going to be caught in the air.
Got him, yes. And it's a double play.
The inning is over, but the Tigers add on. Good situational baseball. Set fly by. Run is the free official MLB skills competition for baseball and softball players ages 7 to 14. Host a local competition in 2025. Give the kids a chance to make it to the national finals at the 2025 World Series. PitchHitRun.com. Brad Herter back on the mound, and now a 2-0 lead with which to work. RBIs from Riley Green and Matt Vierling.
The field to number 8, Lane Thomas.
Thomas, Jimenez, and Noel will start it against Herter, and a couple of strikes pour in to start this inning. That was a generous call by Jim Wolf. Herter will take it. Thomas always ready to swing early in counts. He's taken the first 2, and they'll ask if he went. He
Check swing, he did not go.
On the mound, a veteran hitter acquired at the trade deadline from the Nationals by the Guardians. And did he ever deliver in a big way? 2 signature 3-run home runs in this series already. Kerry Carpenter in Game 2, Lane Thomas in the first inning of Game 1.
Not only first inning, BA, first pitch you ever saw in a postseason game. I mean, you can't get much better than that.
Greeted Reese Olson rudely. They just made a pitching change in that matchup. Thomas late on it, fouls it away. Brad Herter had a couple of outings late in the year in September where he went over 5 innings. Remember, he only made 1 start. It is known as the bulk pitcher in the modern game. And that's what he is serving for A.J. Hinch. He went 5 1/3 of the game against Oakland. And then the very next game went 5 2/3 against Baltimore. Ground ball to second base. Coach Keith makes a play, and Thomas is retired. Well, Tarek Skubal was brilliant in Game 2. And a moment ago, he had a chat with Lauren Jabbar.
Tarek, now that you've had some time to digest Game 2, you were emotional. I saw you silencing the crowd there in Cleveland, too. What was it like for you pitching in Game 2 of the ALDS?
That was a great environment. I kind of fed off the environment. I'll probably keep my emotions a little bit better in check there going forward, but it was a ton of fun.
I know your teammates probably appreciated that in the dugout, but today, Game 3, you look around at Comerica, first playoff game here in 10 years. What is this experience like for you watching this team today?
I mean, it's electric here. The towels, the fans have been locked in from pitch 1. It's a ton of fun.
Tarek, appreciate the time. Enjoy it.
Yes, thanks for having me.
That is one of the game's brightest young stars right now. Skubal is going to win the Cy Young in the American League, and he pitched 2 great games in his first 2 postseason starts.
I told you, that's the first time I ever saw him in person, but asking Stephen Vogt about it today, and he just looked and said, wow. That's all you need to know.
Just his presence alone creates a pressure valve right now for Cleveland, knowing Skubal would be up for Game 5. He said he toned it down a little bit. I think his mom's going to have something to do with that. She clapped at him on Twitter, on X. Laura Skubal called him by his middle name, Frenchie. You get the middle name treatment, you know you're in trouble.
I tell you what, man, when mom calls you.
Check swing did not go.
2 minutes when I got in with my mom when she blasted me.
Tarek Daniel, said Laura Skubal on her post. Bouncing ball, Jimenez stays alive, 2-2 the count.
And I think it probably was out of character. A.J. Hinch actually told us today he usually doesn't do that stuff, but I think you're in a hostile environment like Cleveland, that place was rocking, and you get that double play to end the 6th right there, you kind of knew that was your moment, right?
Herter deals, a little jam shot, no problem. Feeling.
Oh no.
2 down, so they're back down to Lauren.
Yeah, he actually said that in his post-game press conference. He goes, I've never done that before. I don't even know where that came from, and even just talking to him right now, he's having to keep my emotions a little bit more in check moving forward. But you could just tell how excited he was, and even watching in the dugout, and his teammates were pumped up when he came back and was silencing the crowd.
A.J. Hinch said that was as loud as his dugout's ever been. As Noel lines one into left field, jumping on the first pitch. And how about Brad Herter? He's giving him some innings. by Booking.com. They are roaring here at Comerica Park. They've waited a long, long time to see Tigers postseason baseball. 2-0 Detroit. It'll be Eric Sabrowski, first out of the Cleveland bullpen. 26-year-old Canadian. And his first appearance in this division series, Jim.
Yeah, low 90s fastball, but his best pitch, that sweeping curveball. It's been one of the best curveballs in the league, .83 average.
Sabrowski taking over for Alex Cobb. 11 years between playoff starts for Alex Cobb. Wintel Perez bounces, oh, and eats up Naylor. Into right field it goes, and Perez on his way to second. The throw comes in late. And the Tigers keep the pressure on a boot by Josh Naylor at first base. Perez was busting it out of the box. The only way he had a chance to go to second on that one.
Yeah, it looked like it might have had a little bit of funky spin, but the way that Naylor was it was almost like he could have backed up. Watch this, BA, maybe 2 more steps. It kind of ate him up a little bit. Looks like he was trying to get back. That's when I guess he either got to come get it or even go back. Rowski was over there. He could have made the play, but a break for the Tigers.
Lead runner on. It's an E3. Second error of the game. And a swing and a miss by Cole Keith. Alex Cobb, 3 innings. 3 hits, 2 runs, had a walk and 2 strikeouts. Keith with a runner at second base. Perez has great speed at second as well. Keith rolls 1 foul.
I just think in a 2-0 ball game, I think Stephen Vogt felt like
It was the
could not allow
3-3
another run right
Keith.
there. He felt like he wanted to keep the score right where it was and give his offense a chance to catch up.
Now this is the key matchup here. First of all, you want to turn around Perez, put him in the right side of the box. It shows that, facing the lefty Keith. Spencer Torkelson is due next, a right-handed batter, and then you got another lefty at Sweeney. Managers talk about the pockets of the lineup, the lanes. This is Sabrowski's.
Well, and remember this, we sit here and talk about the mixing and matching for Detroit. If you're Cleveland, kind of the best pen in baseball all year. And so I think Stephen Vogt is going to go with that strength. So you're going to have to score against some of these top arms in the pen.
Cole Keith at the plate with a runner at second. Sabrowski deals, and it's up and in. 3-2 the count. Sabrowski, the rookie, just 8 games this year. Only 12 2/3 big league innings under his belt. A swing and a miss.
Got him, yes!
Sabrowski gets Cole Keith for out number 1. Big out for him.
Well, a great pitch right here again. You can see, watch him try to pull this ball right here instead of go the other way. He had worked that count back, felt like he was going to see a strike. Really good slider on the outside part of the plate.
Didn't make his big league debut until September 4th. And here he is, a little over a month later, in the fire in a division series game. Taking a page out of the Tigers book right here. Vote. 4 Canadians on this Guardians playoff roster. First ball swinging, Torkelson fouls it back. At second. Torkelson takes a strike.
Man, what a beautiful pitch right there. Fastball in the inner half, right on the white line. And Torkelson, this is one area where he struggled this year. 187 with runners in scoring position. Now he's got a 0-2. And you got to believe Naylor is going to work the edges here and try to get him to expand.
Torkelson is in that grinder right now. He's 0 for 13 in the postseason. He's looking for his first hit. Torkelson, a strikeout victim in the second. Here's the 1-2, and that misses badly. 2-2 the count.
What's Torkelson?
Tigers did not face Torkelson. They last played right before the trade deadline. So all these new players in this mix. Swing!
On him, yes.
Curveball, dandy too. Back-to-back strikeouts with a runner at second base. And now 2 more gone here in the fourth.
Well, good job. He hadn't shown him yet. He did that fastball, I think one slider, and then right here throws that slow curveball. You see at 80, good depth to it. And now he gets the matchup he wants with the lefty on lefty, knowing Sweeney is their everyday shortstop.
Let's see if Sweeney tries to jump on that first pitch. He's got a runner at second base. The number 8 hitter for the Tigers.
Shortstop with Trey Sweeney.
Takes Cobb out of the game after 3 innings. Both managers in their bullpen now.
Again, I think if this is a 7-game series, it's so much more different. But when you're 1-1, and look, for Stephen Vogt, I think he feels like he can go to the pen earlier because, you know, he's got his ace, Tanner Bybee, coming back tomorrow on full rest. So it feels like maybe I can burn a little bit more if I need to tonight.
Bybee, the game 1 starter. Swing and a miss. Sharp slider. So impressive how these young players, especially the young pitchers, guys that are not only appearing in their first postseason, but just getting their feet wet in the big leagues, coming into these big moments and throwing strikes.
Man, they can spin it. Look at that curveball right there. I mean, that is... It's one thing as a right-handed hitter, but when you're sitting there lefty on lefty, and you got to think about 93, 94 movement, and then you're seeing that pitch.
Digs that index finger into the baseball. That spike curve. Here it comes. Sweeney in the air, left field. That's going to slice, and it is going to be caught by Quan. That was
On him, yes.
wild route to get there. Quan, a 2-time Gold Glover, getting a little adventure out of that one. With the winds blowing. postseason on TBS is brought to you by Geico. Get more baseball. Get more with Geico. And by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. What a scene it is here at Comerica Park, downtown Detroit. Beautiful afternoon for baseball. On Wednesday afternoon, Zabrowski impressive, works around a Josh Naylor error. Strands a runner at second. And an off-balance swing by Bo Naylor. A pop-up to Torkelson. And there's out number one. And Brent Herder keeps putting them down, although there is activity in the Tiger bullpen as Brisky, a hard thrower, might be preparing for the top of this Guardians batting order.
Yeah, I would think with the lefty matchup with Juan, you would think that's coming with David Fry, man. Zardo started the game. Stephen Vogt put that righty in, so now you kind of got the matchup you want. So Roker tries to bump it. He said something going to break that I want to bring back. We've seen both Perez and Stephen Vaughn.
Swings off to the floor, Brian Rocio.
Left field. I think between the sun probably, but also I think the ball's carrying a little more than these guys think out there.
Brian Rocchio takes a strike from Herder. Left field feels like the tough sun field this time of year, this time of day.
Absolutely, it's right in their face.
Herder working fast. There's a liner into right field, a base hit.
Yeah.
Brian Rocchio shoots one to the opposite field. Herder had given up back-to-back singles to start his outing in the second. And now has given up 4 hits. It's a one-out base hit in this 5th inning.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting, especially with 2 strikes, right? Kind of shortened up, try to get on and set it up for the big guys in front of you. If you're the Guardians right here, you get one more guy on VA, then you bring your stud, Jose Ramirez, up to the plate this inning.
Here is Kwan. Kwan slaps one to the opposite field, a base hit.
Yeah.
Back-to-back opposite field singles on consecutive pitches, and now the Guardians are set up, and that brings A.J. Hinch out of that third base dugout. So Brant Herder is at the end of the line as Kwan gets himself on with his second hit.
And he stays inside this ball. We saw him do it against Tarek Struble the other day. Kwan great at making adjustments.
It's pitching change signed by Tigers manager.
By authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball, it may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Last day of the baseball season, there will be 4 games. Phillies and Mets, game 4 coming up on FS1 at 5 Eastern. Yankees and Royals right here on TBS. That is game 3 of that series. That's all tied in 1 apiece. that game from Kansas City. The Padres up 2-1 on that series. 9 o'clock on FS1. Big spot, Bo Brisky. He gets the ball with David Fry coming up. 2 on and 1 away.
He got that big save in game 2. Got that good fastball, heavy, can sink too, and a good changeup slider combo.
David Fry was the last out in that game, and Fry not messing around, trying to jump on the first pitch, and he comes up empty. Brisky struck out Fry.
Does it know number 6, David Fry?
That's his first postseason save. He's the closer for the Bulkman right here. Brisky did follow Herder in game 2 of the wild card. Tigers used 7 pitchers that day, remember? Guardians just 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position since the first inning of game 1. Fry on the ground foul.
And if you remember, one of those was, of course, a double by Fry. The other one, Juan, in game 2, got a base hit the other way, but because of playing so shallow in left field, they had to keep him at first and third, and then, of course, Struble got the double play.
One of those hits producing runs. This man right here, 2 RBIs in game 1 to make it 7-0. First and second, and the 1-2 is swung on and missed. Oh, Brisky comes on and punches out Fry for the second out. Huge strikeout with Ramirez coming up.
Well, great job going 3 fastballs like that, and then you can see you get that slider. And another thing to pay attention as the game goes on, you can see the batter in the shadows right now. So you can tell it's starting to probably get a little tough out there.
Ramirez takes a strike. First pitch changeup right down the middle.
The Mr. 11 Jose Ramirez.
This is the man the Guardians want at the plate in a big spot. Jose Ramirez, one of the game's great players. 39 homers this year, 118 runs batted in. He was a home run and a double away from a 40-40 season this year. 40-40 season. Brisky deals, Ramirez, big swing, and he fouls it back.
He was right on time on that pitch. Ramirez, one of the best, only player with 1,000+ hits, 200+ home runs, and 200+ stolen bases BA since 17.
Ooh, he was on. You're right, Richie. He was dialed. But he fouls it back. Crowd is up. 1 and 2, and Ramirez into center field. Meadows came in, now drifts back, sunglasses on.
Cleveland now working on 16 straight scoreless innings.
This is an offensive challenge team, especially in the second half. They do have Jose Ramirez and Josh Naylor, great hitters. They needed a right-handed bat, went and got Lane Thomas. But that 5-run first inning, that outburst before the Tigers reported it out, that has been an anomaly for Cleveland lately. That's a walk. Jake Rogers once again starts an inning, getting on base. A double in the second, now he's got a walk here in the fifth.
There's no crying in baseball, or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. Let's play ball!
Back to the top of the order, Parker Meadows now. Rogers at first, Meadows shows bunt, bunts right through it, that's a strike. Meadows against left-handed pitchers. Fared very well this year. 62 plate appearances, he had 263. Had 6 extra base hits and a homer against lefties. Trying to bunt a runner over, it looked like more like a drag bunt. And he's down on the count, no balls, 2 strikes.
Well, I look at lefties a lot to me, the guys that will stay in there, right? And as you can see, tries to get him over there. Parker Meadows kind of is up, on that plate, kind of, I don't want to say dives, but goes out and gets it. So he's able to stay on those pitches longer.
Talented center fielder. Meadows has already made a couple of great catches, memorable catches
Jeff
in
Lee
his
did
postseason.
not call.
Up on the wall in Houston to take a hit away, an extra base hit. Did the same in Cleveland in Game 2. Brother Austin was a big leaguer. And swinging a foul in and out of the glove of Naylor. Giving Naylor a little time to recover after that foul ball. Rogers, the lead runner at first. Eric Sabrowski. He deals, and Meadows in the air to left field. Wynn carries that back. This time Quan has
Got him, yes.
and he will hold Rogers at first base. First out of the inning. A fly ball out for Sabrowski. His 4 outs, 2 Ks and 2 outs in the air. And A.J. Hinch is going to go to his bench now. So Kerry Carpenter will be lifted.
Dennis has worked so hard, right? You got the guy that hit the big 3-run homer.
The shift the Tigers was with what Justin Henry Malloy.
Watch his at-bats versus lefties. He just does not have that ability. He's hit 305 against righties this year, 107. Now you can say it's only 32 at-bats or whatever it is, but it's still the way it goes. And he said, look, I've done it all year. I'm going to continue to do it. It's perfect.
Justin Henry Malloy announced as the pinch hitter.
It's pitching change side by Claudius manager.
Customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use the promo code HEAT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Justin Henry Malloy is going to get an at-bat here. Was the leadoff hitter in Game 2, had a couple of hits in that game. And Stephen Vogt is bringing on some of his big guns now. Tim Herron will get the ball against Malloy.
Yeah, he's bringing it. I think you said it great. This is a guy who's got big-time fastball, great curveball in on these hitters. He's going to his big gun. He's got more experience. He's done it the whole year.
He steps into a one-out situation with a runner at first. Guardians set up to turn a double play. Malloy is not a fast runner. He also has a very good eye. He's hit lefties this year, 2 hits in Game 2. He comes to Game 3 here with some confidence. And he turns on that one, pulls it foul. Ripped the hands through.
You see Stephen Vogt, he's kind of going. Zabrowski obviously came in, but you're seeing him go to his bullpen. You've seen Aaron, you've seen Gaddis, Kate Smith, both games. And I would imagine right now, if it sticks to 2-0, you're going to continue to see that as this game goes.
Aaron with an inning plus in Game 1. That was a 7-0 victory. 15 pitches in that game, and then with 2/3 of an inning in Game 2, he pitched the 7th inning in that one. Spins one low. Has that eye. Justin Henry Malloy, excellent strike zone discipline. Matt Vierling due next. Tigers lead 2-0. Lays off another one. Herron walks him. Justin Henry Malloy is aboard. 2 walks in the inning. First and second with 1 out as we check in with Lauren.
It's crazy to think that 2 years ago, Tim Herron was working at a Lululemon store, and he had to rush to the back of the store to take a call from the Cleveland director of player development, who told him he was being added to the 40-man roster. And now, 2 years later, guys, he's pitching a game in the NLDS. How cool is that?
Well, and you know this, Lauren, he's getting that 40% discount at Lululemon, so he's got it figured out.
You think he can hook us up, guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, he is in a spot right now.
Now, you see Carl Willis coming out, the Guardians pitching coach, DA, but if you go back to Game 1 and 2, we've seen little glimpses of Herron. He had a walk in Game 1, walk in Game 2, so you've seen little times where he's had glitches like this, but still...
Wow, this is signed by Guardians pitching coach.
Carl Willis, one of the most respected pitching coaches in the game.
Well, he's talked to a lot of guys throughout the years, hasn't he?
A former Tiger. He was a rookie on that 84 Tiger team. Traded eventually that year. Wasn't around for the World Series. Quick scouting report after he missed on the first one to Matt Vierling. Maybe a little pep talk. And maybe a little time for Stephen Vogt to get his next reliever ready. Walters. First and second. Tigers lead 2-0. We play in the 5th. Big spot here. Guardians trying to keep Detroit where they are. Herron fires and a swing and a fly ball into left field. Routine for Stephen Kwan.
Got him, yes.
2 and a big out for Tim Herron. Pitching coach visit. They get another one.
He's got first down, and he threw a good off-speed pitch, and got really out front on that ball. Again, I know it's like beating a dead horse over and over, but you feel the way this game's going. If you're Cleveland,
Riley Green.
Well, the Tigers have delivered with runners in scoring position. It has come with 2 outs. First one is in there for a strike. Perfectly placed fastball on the inside corner to Riley Green. All 6 hits for the Tigers this postseason with runners in scoring position. They've been with 2 outs. Green almost hit. Close call.
Go back to that first inning. If you remember, 2 outs. Riley Green went right back up the middle. Great view there from up there. He went back up the middle for that first run for the Tigers.
It was a 2-out RBI. Put him on the board. Guardians now with Two loosening in the pin, Morgan and Walters. This is Heron's game right now. They would enter only if runs score. Swing and a miss. Green lets it fly.
Yeah, that was a beautiful slider coming out after that two-seamer running in on Green's hands. Kind of sped him up a little bit and then went away.
1-2 strike approach with Riley Green. He takes a big hack. He's got big power. 24 homers this year. Has 2 hits in this division series. Two on, 2 out. Heron deals, and another one crowds Riley Green. Heron is elbow hunting right now.
Well, you got to get it in on him. You can't let him get extended. Riley Green hit 300 with a 559 slug on heater, so it's got to be in off the plate.
3-2, runners go. Green chops one foul.
Came back with a sinker there, 3-2. I thought you might see that slider now at some point. You've been running it in on him. Is he going to try to get him on that slider away?
Remember Riley Green had that big double off Josh Hader in the wild card game in game 1, a lefty-lefty matchup. He's got one here. Runners take off. Green in the air, left field. Quan coming on and makes
Got him, yes.
2 Tigers left on. Green hit it sharply, looked right at the Gold Glove left fielder. Tigers pick.
Ready for Game 3 of the ALDS between the Royals and the Yankees. Tied at a game apiece at 7 p.m. Eastern. First pitch on TBS. Let's take a look at our DraftKings same-game parlay. We're 2 for 4 right now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and sign up with the promo code HEAT. That number 1 being back to you.
All right, thank you, Lauren. Josh Naylor flies out. Bo Brisky back on the mound to start a clean inning. Stranded 2 inherited runners in the 5th inning. Forward to Royals Yankees. Royals come up with a big win in Game 2 at Yankee Stadium.
And then coming home with Seth Lugo, BA. For people that don't know, probably him and one of the most
Fielded with 8 Wade Thomas.
Yeah, stop.
Seth Lugo and Clark Schmidt. Bob Costas, Ron Darling, J.P. Rossi will have a call for you here on TBS.
You know, Bo Brisky has been one of the most impressive. I say he's like the Cade Smith of the Guardians. You know, they can come in any situation. We've seen him open, we've seen him close games, and now get these middle innings.
2 saves this postseason. Got his first of the division series in Game 2. Remember, he recorded the save in Game 1 against Houston in the wild card series. That was a 2-run lead. He got the last 2 outs, inherited 2 runners in that game, and finished it off. Inherited 18 runners in the regular season in 46 games and only 3 scored. He did just that last inning. Now he picks up a clean inning in the 6th.
Well, and I always say, right, who's the guy that you come in those situations, right, when there's first and second, you got the lead, you're bringing in a high leverage guy, and that's Bo Brisky.
So Sean Gunther loosening in the bullpen. He'll be next. Strike to Thomas, 96, right down the middle. Brisky, although he comes out of the pen, he pitches with a repertoire of a starter. On the ground to third base. Nice easy hop over third. Vierling's throw is in time. 2 outs. 4 in a row. Retired. Your team, your players, your home for postseason baseball. Get personalized highlights and push notifications just for you. Download the MLB app today. Tell you what, Carl Willis makes an appearance to the mound after Brisky had fallen behind David Fry, and it's been lights out since. Whatever he said has worked. 2 outs facing Andres Jimenez. Jimenez fooled on the pitch, fouls it out of play.
And again, if you look at the scoreboard right now, you know, the Guardians are out hitting them. They've left more guys on base. And you heard Stephen Vogt tell Lauren earlier, we've done it all season. We've got the big hit. And they're waiting for that now. The Tigers finally got theirs in Game 2. Guardians looking for one this game.
Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike. It's 0-2 on Jimenez. Cade Smith joins Morgan now. To see his offense come alive. Hasn't been much since the first inning of Game 1. Bo Brisky trying to put him down. He deals a 1-2 and misses. Big fastball from Brisky. Brisky has not been back that long, a little over a year. He missed from the summer of 2022 to May of 2023 with injuries. Surgery on the right arm. And he's come back strong. Revamped repertoire. Bo
The 2024 MLB on TBS postseason is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Great scene here at Comerica Park in Detroit. Eli Morgan next on the mound for Stephen Vogt. It is 2-0 Tigers as we play in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Morgan deals. First pitch swung on by Perez. Pulls it foul.
I don't know if you heard the Tigers fans going nuts between innings. They showed rankings up on the board of 1 through 8. With the best fans, toughest place, and they had Comerica Park 8.
They've got
Those people in Detroit like that too much. They've been great today, I'll tell you that.
It's been a lot of fun here in Detroit.
Both places. Cleveland was fantastic for 2 days, and another great one here in Game 3.
Well, Brisky comes on, retires 5 in a row. Now the Tigers trying to add on. I got a little crossways with my pitching coach pitches. I apologize for that. I was going down the wrong lane there for a moment, so my apologies. Brisky has been excellent. Aaron settled down after walking his first batter. He goes 2/3 of an inning, and now Morgan takes over for Carl Willis. Mound appearance.
And in a big moment, right? You were facing 3-4 hitters there in the lineup, and he got them to calm down and get Bearling and Green.
And a swing at him in.
Got him, yeah.
Strikes out on a changeup.
Look, you get your great pen, right? And look at that change right there. Coming nasty when you sit there and look at the depth of that pitch. And D.A. Morgan's been unbelievable this year. I mean, he's got a 1.93 in 32 games. That pin's been so good we haven't seen him. He came in for 2 pitches after Clase in the 9th.
The screwball action on that as Cole Key turns on the first pitch, pulls it way foul.
Like with the
Trying to
cold
hang in there.
keys.
It's 2-0. Stephen Vogt going with his middle bullpen, not with his A bullpen, and hoping they can keep this in a 2-0 game. If you're the Tigers, though, you're loaded for bear now. You've got Brisky in the game. 5 in a row with 2 strikeouts. A.J. Hinch still has Brisky in the hot seat over there. Bottom of the order coming up for Cleveland.
You believe, looking at it, that Brisky's got one more batter in him. You got Noel there, the righty, and then you flip over again to the lefty with Naylor.
There's a liner into right field, a base hit. Cole Keith singles to right. It's a 1-out hit.
Nice piece of hitting there, but I'm laughing at Cole Keith with 2 was in right field with Noel. I thought, I'm just going to shut it down. Stay here to see. Big changeup by Eli Morgan, but Cole Keith, credit, he stayed back just enough. And again, this is ball sometimes you see a guy maybe try to go for second, but not with him.
Spencer Torkelson, desperate for a base hit. He's up in a big spot, and he's on that first pitch, fouls it back.
Was ist das mit dem Spencer Torkelson?
That's what happens when you're struggling sometimes. You get a pitch you can handle like that, and you just foul it off, and in your mind, B.A. keeps going, man, and you just keep grinding yourself.
It's been that kind of year for Torkelson. Hit 30 2 years ago. That one crowds him. And on his way to second base goes Keith. Naylor unable to snag it. Be a wild pitch.
Naylor was more surprised than anything how this ball didn't hit Torkelson. I mean, it had him coming right out of his hand. Look at that.
Almost hit him in the elbow. It looked like it just flashed the webbing of his mitt right there.
Oh, you can see, hit that top side and smash it. I think that's why Naylor thought he had it.
So runner at second with 1 away. And that one's in the dirt. Pete Smith. He's a big weapon. Stephen Vogt might have to use him when they are down in this game. Struggling offense right now, the Guardians. Torkelson turns on it down the left field line. That's fair and to the wall. Cole Keith will score. Spencer Torkelson makes it 3-0 Tigers. His first hit of the postseason.
You know, BA, he was finally able to get in a hitter's count too. Got a 2-1 count. Got a pitch he could handle and turned on this ball. Look at that. Maybe a little up, maybe a little in. But look at him pull his hands through. What beautiful. Penguin hits a double right down the left field line and takes this lead to 3-0 for the Tigers.
Look at Total Motion presented by Progressive. Spencer Torkelson, after starting this postseason run, 0 for 14. RBI double. Carl Willis back on the mound. We saw Cade Smith loosening in the bullpen. Eli Morgan is going to be left in. The lefty Trey Sweeney coming up.
Waited 10 years for a game here, 11 years even if you go further for a win in a playoff game here at Comerica Park. Didn't happen.
Spencer Torkelson, after starting this postseason run, 0 for 14. An RBI double. Carl Willis back on the mound. Saw Cade Smith loosening in the bullpen. Eli Morgan is
Opposite side by Guardians pitching coach.
Lefty Trey Sweeney coming up.
These fans have waited 10 years for a game here and 11 years even if you go farther for a win in a playoff game here at Comerica Park. Getting after this afternoon.
And a couple of guys searching for their first hits. Deliver. Cole Keith had been 0 for 16. Torkelson 0 for 14. The run is in. Torkelson at second. Sweeney takes a ball inside.
Shortstop number 7, Trey Sweeney.
45,000 at Comerica Park. It is a new Comerica Park record for attendance. 44,885. And they are ready to roar.
The hard thing now, right, BA, for Stephen both down there. You got the big guy, Cade Smith, warming up. If you start getting to 3-0, if you get another hit here, when do you deploy him?
With another game tomorrow.
And that's my, thank you, that's my point. We've had day off game. So it's the first time where no matter what happens in this ball game, playing another ball game here tomorrow night right about this time.
You're never going to punt a postseason game, but the type of pitchers you'll use, the games in back-to-back days, and then 3 and 4. If this series goes to a game 5, it'll be Saturday in Cleveland. Tigers have Terrence Skubal lined up to pitch that game on full rest. Torkelson at second base. Trey Sweeney, a swing and a miss.
Got him just.
Second strikeout of the inning. Eli Morgan with 2 outs.
I think we got our answer. That's a great changeup by Morgan, and that's going to be his last pitch. He is going to take his big righty now, his emergency guy to put out a fire, and he's going to try to keep this thing at 3-0 and give his offense 9 more outs.
Pitching change side by Guardians manager.
presented by Booking.com. 3-0 Tigers. 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 of them in this inning. Kane Smith on to face Jake Rogers with 2 outs in the 6th. Runner at second is Torkelson. And Smith, and a swing and a miss by Rogers. What a weapon Kane Smith has been for Stephen Vogt all year in his rookie season. Dominant reliever. And he's 0-2.
He struck out the first 5 hitters he faced this postseason. He has been unbelievable.
Catch up with what Jake Rogers.
2 more strikeouts in an inning and 2/3 in game 2. And a swing at him.
Got him, yes.
Strikes out. Smith comes on, picks up another K. Keeps the Tigers at 3. Big run as Torkelson.
October 28th on TBS.
They'll wake up eventually.
Everybody.
The Greek E.T.
Friends, stream the entire series exclusively on Max.
Brisky been doing it all season. As you see, 5 pitches or 5 batters, you see him 5 outs in a row doing it with the fastball slider. There's that slider again, and then blows it by at 96 has been absolutely unreal for AJ Hinch's Tigers.
And now facing John Kinsey Noel. He'll strike 1. How long does AJ Hinch ride with Bo Brisky? Noel did not start this game, but he's 0 for 2.
Second inning. Noel.
It'd be tough for me to take him out right now. I know on paper you look at how it goes, but if you have a chance to close this game out and take a 2-1 lead, see what AJ Hinch does.
There's the strike. 1-2 the count. Scoreless in their last 17 innings, the Guardians. Their longest streak in a single postseason. They scored 5 runs in the first inning of game 1 before there was an out. Later added a 2 RBI double from Fry, and that's been it. Shut out 3-0 in game 2. At this point, being shut out 3-0 here in Game 3.
And they've had some opportunities again. 3 innings out of the 6, they've had 2 runners on base and just have not been able to get that big hit.
2-2, Brisky deals, and that one fouled back our way. Brisky's done about all of it. Made 12 starts this season. He's been an opener 9 times. Was a starter coming up in the minor leagues. Called back up this May. Recovered from all of his injuries, and he is a new man. And what a weapon he has turned in to be for A.J. Hinch in this postseason. Game 2 of the wildcard series. He got a key double play against Tucker in the 7th inning, then pitched a perfect 8th inning. That one's ripped foul into the screen. Think about all the big moments that Brisky has been a part of in the Tiger wins already. He's been a factor in 3 wins. He's a factor here in a game in which they lead 3-0. He deals, and Noel takes a call, strike 3. Got the call.
Boy, you talked about pain right here. It's a tough pitch. I mean, you can see where he's set up and just hits it. Might have been a touch low, but you can see why Noel's looking at it.
And that's going to be it. Brisky dominant once again. 6 up, 6 down, and a huge ovation on his way out.
It's pitching change shot by Tigers manager. What's missing between Bryce Harper?
Holders, you can redeem your rewards for tickets to the MLB postseason on Capital One Entertainment. Visit CapitalOne.com/entertainment for more information. Talk about Sean Gunther and how big he was against the Astros. Just a third of an inning in the division series in Game 1, but an inning and 2/3 in that 7-pitcher wild card Game 2. That big double play off Kyle Tucker, and he is on the mound. Stephen Vogt is going to counter with Angel Martinez.
I'm surprised there would be another guy for the Tigers that doesn't have a lot of numbers, but he's up here pitching in stressful situations. Really good
Bishop the Guardians will want Angel Martinez.
Best pitch on that back foot slider.
Martinez hitting for Bo Naylor. First pitch in there for a strike. Brisky goes 2 innings. 6 batters faced across 3 different innings, gets the lead out of the 7th. And then Gunther facing Martinez. Matchup oriented. Matters not what the success is, it matters who the batters coming up are. Number 8 hitter right here. On the ground to short, Sweeney fires across the diamond in time for out number 2.
times that Stephen Vogt is sending up a pinch hitter, doing something else, BA, to match it. They're just not able to get that hit right there. All those guys, they've tried it.
2 outs. Vest is getting loose. He's been dominant himself. Gunther misses away to Brian Rocchio, switch hitting shortstop.
Fall a little bit with Hench now. You're looking at trying to get
What's up before Brian Rocchio?
Probably fully for the ninth is what it's shaping up to be.
Those are the A relievers. Brisky to the finish line. Two on the count. Gunther deals a strike in there, right on the edge. 2 balls and a strike on Rocchio. Tigers added on in the bottom of the 6th inning to take a 3-0 lead. Walters prepares for the next one. At the top of the order, due up for Detroit. Rocchio pops it foul out of play.
Stephen Vogt sitting in there. If they got a couple runs, you might have seen Cade Smith when you go back out, but I think he came in for one reason, to shut that down, give yourself a chance.
Smith came on, struck out Rogers to end the inning. Might be the only out he gets. Gunther fires, and that one is inside.
Oh boy, yes.
That flips the lineup over. Rocchio is aboard for the second time. A walk and a single today. Back to the top in Stephen Kwan. Hey, be a part of history by helping select the 2024 All-MLB team presented by MGM Rewards. Visit MLB.com/AllMLB for details. Gunther working quickly, deals the strike to Stephen Kwan.
I feel good with 38, Stephen Kwan.
He's now hit 8 straight postseason games, and he lines out one into right center, a base hit. And here come the Guardians now.
And A.J. Hinch was out of the dugout before that could finish right there. He's going his other top reliever, Vest, with the righty Fry. I'll tell you what, Stephen Kwan's had a heck of a series so far.
No question. 3 hits today.
See how short he is?
He's got 6 hits
I know
in this division series.
Yeah, I know he wasn't healthy the second half, but you can tell, man, he is shorting up that swing, and it looks good right now. And time run coming to the plate for the Guardians.
It's another pitching change by Tigers manager.
They face Panama on on Hispanic Heritage Night, presented by AT&T. It's Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT and Max. Fire is burning hot for the Guardians. Fourth time in this game they've had two men on. Will Vest coming out of the Tigers bullpen to face David Fry.
And you see that 3 2/3 hasn't given up a hit yet this postseason. High velocity fastballs, 40 to 63 on that pitch.
Fry always willing to swing on the first one, and he pulls it foul. Fry, third at bat. Cal Manzano started this game, grounded out his first time out. Fry came in for Manzano. He pitch hit in the third. Couple strikeouts for David Fry, an all-star this year for the Guardians. Big spot for him. 2 on, 2 out. And a swing and a miss. Vest with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Gets ahead of him 0-2. And they come to their feet here at Comerica. Fry turns on it foul.
Go back to that game one, if you remember. Fry mostly trying to face lefties more, but hit a double down the left field line in that game one.
Occhio at second, Quan at first. Great speed on the bags. Fry, did he go? He did not. Checks his swing. First base umpire Todd Tischner. Call. Will Vest has been dynamite for the Tigers. Here he comes. Fry fouls it away. This was the last man standing in the wild card game 2. Got the save, clean inning with a strikeout. Second appearance in this division series. He deals it. Fry, liner, caught it.